Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how I would complete the third maths paper of the 2023 SATs. Question number 1. Chen has these digit cards, 4, 8, 2 and 7. She uses 3 of the cards to make a 3-digit number. Each card can be used only once. Chen puts the 4 in the tens place. Write the lowest 3-digit number that Chen could make. So we put the 4 in the tens place, and the 4 has been used. The lowest number that we can make should start with the lowest remaining, and that is 2. And then now the lowest between 8 and 7 is 7, so 247 is the lowest number. Number 2, take the number 80,306. 80,306 I can see over here. Number 3, Amina draws triangle ABC on a grid as shown. She then reflects the triangle in the y-axis. Draw the reflected triangle on the grid. So I'm going to start with point C. Point C is 2 squares away from the y-axis. So I'm going to start 2 away, and it goes 3 to the left. I'm going to go 3 to the right. And then it goes 3 up. So I'm going to go 3 up. And then I'm going to join the points, and that is the reflection. But when you do it on paper, please use a ruler. Number 4. Write the next two numbers in this sequence: 1,780, 1,880, 1,980, blank, blank. I can see that the numbers are going up in hundreds. So 1,780 plus 100 is 1,880, plus another 100, 1,980. If we add another 100, we get 2,080. If we add another 100, we get 2,180. Number 5. Circle the two decimals that round to the same whole number. So the first one's 13, second one 15, third one 16, fourth one also 16. So it's 15.9 and 16.3. They both round to 16. Number 6. Write the missing number to make the calculation correct. 1,300,450. So we've got 1 million. We need to add 300,000. And then 450 is already written. Number 7. Here is a part of a number square. The other part of the square has been torn off. What number was in the bottom left corner of the number square? So if we start at the top, we have a half, and then 1, then 1.5, then 2. I can see the numbers are going up in halves. 2.5, then 3. Yeah, they're going up in halves. So the bottom left is over here. The number before this number is this 10 over here. So we need to add a half to the 10. So it's 10.5. Number 8. Match each shape to the correct name. The first one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So it's a hexagon and it looks regular. So regular hexagon. Second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, but it looks irregular because this length looks different. So 5 is a pentagon and it's irregular. That's the first one, irregular pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, again a pentagon. This one does look regular, so regular pentagon. And the final one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides, that's a hexagon with irregular sides. So it must be the remaining one, irregular hexagon. Number 9. Jack says, I multiplied a whole number by 3. My answer was 32. Explain why Jack is not correct. So if he was multiplying a whole number by 3, I'm going to call the whole number x. So he's saying 3x gave him 32. So if I was to find out what his number was, I do x equals 32 over 3, because 3x means 3 times x. So I have to do the opposite of that on the other side, which is division. And 32 divided by 3, I know that 10 3's go into 30, and then I'll have 2 left to get to 32. and we're dividing by 3. So his number would be 10 and 2/3. And 10 and 2/3 is not a whole number. So he must be wrong. Number 10. Write the missing square number to make this addition correct. 8 squared, which is 64, plus something squared equals 73. So to get to 73 from 64, I need to add 9, but it's asking us for a number squared, so I need the square root of 9, which is 3. So 3 is my answer. Number 11. At the start of April, a shop had 15,000 games. The shop sold 7,918 games in April, 4,624 games in May. How many games did the shop have left at the end of May? So if I add April and May together, I would know how much was sold, and then subtract that from how many games they had, which is 15,000. So 7,918 plus 4,624 for how many they sold. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 plus 6, 15. 8 and 4, 12. Now I do 15,000, subtract the 12,542. 0 take away 2 I can't do, I'll do 10 take away 2, which is 8, and I got that from 500, so that becomes 499. I crossed that one out, but there is a 1 there, 1,499. 10 take away 2 is 8, 9 take away 4 is 5, 9 take away 4, 9 take away 5 is 4, 4 take away 2 is 2, 1 take away 1 is 0. So the answer is 2,458. Number 12. This is a drawing of a cuboid. Tick the nets that could make the cuboid. The first one, if I fold all of these, I get all round. Then I need the top and bottom. I got the top or bottom, but the other one is stuck to it. So actually it's not going to reach the other side, the bottom or top. So this one is not it. The second one, if I see this as the bottom, this one goes up, this one goes up, this one comes here, they go up. I'll have this one on this side. If it's lifted, this one stays on this side, this one on this side, this one on this side. So far it's correct. Do I have the top? This is the top. If it comes all the way here, it will look like the top to me. So I think that's correct. If this one comes over this one comes over this, then they join. I do have a bottom. I'll have this side and this side on the same side. So actually I don't have anything over here. So this one is wrong. If this comes over this comes over this, and then this one comes up, this one comes up, this is the bottom. Now I do have one on this side, one on this side, which is this one. One here, and the top comes from here, so that one's correct too. So the second and fourth one are correct. Number 13. Write the missing number to make this calculation correct. 754 times 6 plus 754 times 3 equals 754 times blank. So I have two calculations here. The same number multiplied by 6 and then by 3. So if I add 6 and 3, I get 9. So it's the same thing as doing 754. 754 multiplied by 9. 9 is our missing number. Number 14. Here are 5-digit cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use 2 cards to make a fraction equivalent to 25%. That would be 1 and 4, because a quarter equals 25%. Use 2 cards to make a fraction equivalent to 0.4. 2/5 would make 0.4. 1/5 is 0.2. 2/5 is 0.4. Number 15. Amina went to a concert one evening. It took her an hour and 20 minutes to get there from home. She arrived 10 past 7. 10 past 7. At what time did she leave home? So if it took her an hour and 20 minutes. So if I subtract an hour, if I subtract 1 hour, I get 6:10. Then I need to subtract 20 minutes. Well, if I subtract 10 minutes from 6 o'clock, 6:10, then I get to 6 o'clock. Then to subtract another 10 minutes, so I can subtract 20 minutes, and I'll get to 10 to 6, which is 5:50. And I'm writing 17 because it's saying it's in the evening. So I can write 17 instead of the number 5. If I write the number 5, I would need to write PM. The concert started at 7:20 PM. It finished at 9:05 PM. How long did the concert last? From 7 to 9, that's 2 hours. But at 7:20, and this is 9:05, so it's not quite 2 hours. The difference between 20 and 5 is 15. So if I subtract 15 minutes from 2 hours, I'm left with 1 hour and 45 minutes, because there are 60 minutes in an hour. 60 take away 15 is 45. So 1 hour, 45 minutes. Number 16. A box of 24 chocolate eggs has a mass of 870 grams. The empty box has a mass of 30 grams. What is the mass of 1 chocolate egg? So a box has mass 870. The box is 30. So the eggs in total would be 840. I need the mass of 1 egg, so I need to do 840 divided by 24. I'm gonna write my 24 times table on the right here. 24, 48, 4 plus 8 is 12, 2 plus 4 is 6, plus the 1, 7, 4 plus 2 is 6, 8, 7 plus 2, 7 plus 2 is 9, 6 plus 4 is 10, 9 plus 2 is 11, plus the 1 we're carrying, 12. I'm going to stop there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many 24s go into 84? The closest number below 84 is 72. So I'm going to take the number 3. And the difference between 84 and 72 is 12. So I'm carrying 12. And now I'm looking at 120. 120 is right here. So I'm just taking the number 5 without a remainder. So the answer is 35 grams. Number 17. This rectangle is divided into 3 parts, A, B, C. Part A is half of the area of the rectangle. Part B is a third of the area of the rectangle. What fraction of the area of the rectangle is shaded? A and B are shaded, and A is a half, B is a third. So what fraction is shaded? So I need to add the 2 shaded parts to get the total shaded. So I'm doing a half plus a third, smile, and kiss. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. 6 stays the same. So it's 5/6. Number 18. This table shows the total rainfall and sunshine each year at Heathrow Airport from 2010 to 2015. Use this table to complete the graph. And it says to use a ruler. In 2012, the total rainfall in 2012 is 700. So I need 700 on the graph. I can see 600 here, 800 here, 700 is in the middle of those two. So it will be somewhere here. And then I need to come down to 2012 on both sides. So that is 700 in 2012. And use a ruler when you're doing that, please. Number 19. Oh, we're still on number 18. It says use the table to calculate the mean hours of sunshine for Heathrow Airport from 2013 to 2015. So we need 2013 to 2015 and we need the sunshine. Okay, so we have 2013 to 2015, we need the sunshine. So that would be these three figures here. So we've got 1452, 1452. We have 1669, 1669, and we have 1508. That's all. 1508. 1508. And we need to calculate the mean of these numbers. And to calculate the mean, we need to add all three and then divide. So 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 6, 16. I've got 4 ones here. So 4,629. That's the total. To work out the mean, I need to divide. There are 3 numbers here. So I'm doing 4,629 divided by 3. Because there's 1, 2, 3. 3 goes into 4 once. There is a remainder of 1. It goes into 16 5 times with a remainder of 1. Goes to 12 4 times exactly. And into 9 3 times. There is no remainder. So the answer is 1,543 hours. Number 19. These are the prices of some vegetables in a shop. Mushrooms, £3.20 for a kilogram. Carrots, 60p. Leila buys 500 grams of mushrooms and 1 1/4 kilograms of carrots. She pays with a £5 note. How much change does she get? 500 grams is half a kilogram, and that is of mushrooms. Mushrooms is £3.20. Half of £3.20 is £1.60. Carrots, 1 1/4 kilograms of carrots. 60p makes the full kilogram. And then a quarter of 60 is 15. So if we add the two, we get 75, and that's in pence. So carrots, 75 pence. Mushrooms, £1.60. 75 pence in pounds, 0.75 we can write. So in total, she pays 5, 6 plus 7, 13, 1 and 1, 2. In total, she pays £2.35. The question is the change. So if we have £5 I'm going to write 5.00 and we subtract 2.35, we should get the change. 0 take away 5 we can't do, we'll do 10 take away 5, which is 5. So we subtract 1 from 50 to get this one. We'll end up with 49. 9 minus 3 is 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. Decimal point in the same place. So the change is £2.65. Number 20. The length of this rectangle is 6 centimeters. The width is W centimeters. Circle all the methods below that can be used to work out the perimeter of the rectangle. So I've got W times 6 in the first one. That would give me the area. I need the perimeter. W times 2 plus 12. So W times 2 would give me both of these. And then I'm adding 12. 6 times 2 is 12. So yes, that is adding all 4 sides, which is the perimeter. I need to circle. So I'm circling this one. The third one, 2 times W plus 6. If I do W plus 6, I get 2 of the sides. And then if I double that, multiply it by 2, I would get these 2 sides as well. So this one is correct. That is the perimeter. 6 plus W, 6 plus W, plus 6, which is this one, plus W, which is also this one. That is all 4 sides. That looks correct to me. That is also one way of working out the perimeter. So we have 3 ways there. Number 21. There are 25 classes in a school. Each class has 34 pupils. 62% of all the pupils play a sport after school. What number of pupils do not play a sport? So to figure out the number of pupils first, we have 25 classes, 34 pupils in each class. So we need to multiply the two to work out the number of pupils. I'm going to show you a method of multiplication which you may or may not have seen before. 25 times 34. I'm going to draw a box here and some lines. I'm going to draw some diagonal lines through the boxes and out. And now I'm going to multiply. So I'm multiplying 2 by 3 and writing 6 as 2 digits. I'm doing 5 times 3, 15, 2 times 4, 8, 5 times 4, 20. Now I add backwards using these diagonal lines. So I have 0 here. Here I have 5, 2 and 8. 5 and 2 make 7. 7 and 8, 15. I'm going to carry the 1 to the next one. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. And this is a 0. So my answer is 850. But that is the total number of pupils. That is not the answer to the question. The question is, 62% of all the pupils play a sport after school. What number of pupils do not play a sport? So if I do 100%, take away 62%, then I'll get 38%, which would be the percentage of pupils that do not play a sport. So actually I need to do 38% of 850. So if I write 850, if I multiply that by 0.38, and 0.38 is the equivalent of 38%, and if I multiply, 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 5 is 40, and 8 times 8 is 64, 64 plus 4 is 68, decimal point in the same place. 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 8, 24, 24 plus 1, 25. zeros after decimal point I'm going to ignore. 8 plus 5, 13. 6 plus 6, because 1 and 5 make 6, is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. So the answer is 323. And that is how many pupils do not play a sport. 323. Number 22. Megan uses these number machines to calculate how many diagonals different shapes have. Complete the number machine for the octagon. The number of vertices in an octagon is 8. And for the next one, I can see the triangle is getting multiplied by 0, quadrilateral by 1, pentagon by 2. I'm not going to keep counting, I'm going to see what the difference is between the vertices and this column. So 3 take away 0 is 3. 4 take away 1 is 3. 5 take away 2 is 3. So I'm taking away 3. So I'm doing 8 take away 3, which is 5. So I'm going to multiply by 5. And that would give me 40. The next one is all being divided by 2. So divided by 2. 40 divided by 2 is 20. So that would be my answer. Number 23. Write the missing decimals. One has been done for you. So A is 1, B is 4, A over B would be 1 over 4, which is a quarter, as a decimal, 0.25. Next one, 3 over 20. If I halve that, half the numerator 1.5, half the denominator 10, I know that 1.5 tenths is 0.15. Next one, 5 over 8. I can do an eighth times 5, which is 0.125 times 5, but I'm going to halve it to make it a bit easier, the calculation. So I'm doing 2.5 over 4. 2 quarters is a half, or 0.5. Half a quarter is half of 0.25, which is 0.125, which is also an eighth. And now if I add 0.5 and 0.125, so I'm adding the 2 quarters and I'm adding the 0.5 quarters, I get 0.625. So that must be my answer.